whole system is broken. Media system is broken. Everything. There's a lot that's broken. There's a lot that's broken right now. One thing that's broken is the place that I came from. I came to a place that's not as broken. Florida's doing great. I left New York City broken, shattered, wrecked. Talk about falling apart at the seams. Go take a trip to New York City. If you haven't been there, and say you haven't been there in 10 years, take a walk around and see the deterioration, the crime. It's despicable what's going on over there. That's my city. That's my home. I love it. Despicable. Why, you ask? Well, I came across this story. This was a good one. New York Post. Remember the defund the police movement? Remember all those people that were like, oh, the police, they get too much money. We need to take that money out of the police and we need to put it towards social programs. Remember when they were advocating for social workers to do the jobs of the police? Do you remember that? I do. Tyler does. He's shaking his head. He knows. Okay, New York Post. Hypocritical defund the police. Defund NYPD advocate moved out of Harlem. Why, you ask? For safety issues. This is a great story and illustrates exactly what's wrong with these people. Let's take a look. A left-wing state lawmaker who has pushed for cutting police funding first moved to the district she is seeking to represent in Congress because safety issues near the projects in Harlem prompted her to shack up with her tech bro then fiance in the financial district, the Post has learned. Her name is Yuh-Line-Niou. I may be saying that wrong. I apologize. Like I always say, my name's Jedediah. People get it wrong. Tell me how to say it better, and I'll say it better next time. Regardless, assemblywoman. She told a publication in 2016 when she was campaigning to initially get elected to her current seat that she headed to the wealthier Manhattan neighborhood because she witnessed a pair of disturbing crimes and fell victim to one. Okay? She says, I actually was robbed when I was living in Harlem. My boyfriend at the time, my fiance, didn't think I was safe up there, so he told me to move in, and that's how I moved to the financial district. So she had the option to leave, right? Anyone who doesn't know New York City, let's go through this for a second. The financial district is downtown Manhattan. It's where your Twin Towers were. It's now where the Freedom Tower is. It's a bustling area with just a lot of people who have a lot of money down there. Beautiful apartment buildings. It's safe, generally. Now, I don't know. I don't spend a lot of time there. A lot of places that used to be safe aren't safe in New York City anymore. But at the time, it was considered safe. She had the option. She was dating a guy. The Post report also talks a little bit about him. David Segura apparently founded Giant Media. It says in an October 2012 report, Segura predicted the company would make $8 million in its third year. So apparently he's doing well. Great. More power to them. I have an immense amount of disrespect for people who are successful. Great. What I have a problem with is that she left the area where all the crime was. She knew that was a reality. Not everybody had the opportunity to pick up and go move in with somebody in a ritzy area. Not everybody had the option that she did at the time. Those people were stuck there. What about those single moms that were stuck in that crime-ridden area, afraid to walk their kids across the street to the store past a certain time of night and maybe even during a certain time of day? She left that. She knows what was going on there, and she decided to then move into the ritzy area, and from that perch in the ritzy area, advocate for a defund the police movement. That's hypocrisy. I can't have that. I cannot have that. And that makes up so much of the defund the police movement. This reminds me of the people, the celebrities who walk around. They say, you can't have guns. AR-15s are dangerous. It's a stain on the country. And then you see a photo of them. They hop out of a car and three guys around them, 7 foot tall, with guns to protect them. You can't have it. You can't have the police protection. We need to defund the police. There's too much money. You can't have that extra police protection. You can't have that gun to protect yourself, but I can. I can move to the financial district. I'll be okay. Disgusting. This stuff is disgusting. Disgusting. Think about all those people who suffer at the consequence of defunding the police, of having less policemen and policewomen on the streets, having those departments have less funding and can't escape to a rich fiance's apartment in the financial district. I'm guessing that they wouldn't be voting for her. You know who backs her? Cynthia Nixon. Cynthia Nixon from Sex and the City, who probably can afford to have as much armed security as she wants while she's out there talking about how guns are bad and you being able to protect yourself and your family is a bad thing. I can't with this stuff anymore. And what's always fascinating to me is about the defund the police movement. These people simultaneously want to defund the police and to disarm you. Do they want you to die? I ask this sincerely. You don't have a gun in your home because they don't want you to defend yourself. Okay, you pick up the phone to call the police, and because the police movement has been defunded, money has been pulled and stripped, they have less police officers, so that person you call is busy doing something else. They can't rush to you. They get to you a little bit later. Maybe there's a 10-minute delay on that from what would have been. Who suffers? You do. You do. Maybe you don't have the luxury of an armed guard outside your door the way the Cynthia Nixons of the world can afford to do. This stuff is serious. These people are hypocrites. This hypocrisy is dangerous, and it's costing people their lives. Can't imagine why people left New York City like they were being chased by a monster. Can't imagine. So there's lots of policies that are sinking cities. The defund the police movement is one of them. What that has done, not only that, defund the police. How do you think that made all those cops feel? Those cops that were laying their lives on the line. And I'm not saying every single cop out there is a great person. And I'm not saying we can't have a conversation about police reform and immunity and all that stuff. I'm here for it. Let's have it. Let's have it. But there are a lot of good police officers out there that get up every day and they go out and they feel like they're doing a good job. They feel like, you know what? I'm out here. I'm going to protect people. I'm going to do what I can. They've got to hear, oh, defund the police, defund the police. What does that do to morale in the police department? What do you think Bill de Blasio did for New York as opposed to Rudy Giuliani when everybody felt supported? It makes a difference. The same way that the U.S. Navy doesn't feel supported right now because they have to sit and watch a child's video about gender pronouns instead of getting ready for potential combat. Okay. So lots of policies sinking cities, not just New York City, all around the country. It's a big problem. If you like the short clip, you can catch another one here, or you can catch the full episode right here.